Hi folks, Brad Thornton from the agency here to answer the most common question in real estate right now. How's the market and what do we need to be mindful of if we're planning to sell in 2022? So if you're going to sell your home in the last 18 months, the chances are planning your launch and the campaign timeline wasn't a big concern. When you were ready, you had your first inspections and you let the game begin. For the remainder of 2022 though, I suggest planning is going to be key if you want to get the best result possible. And this is because of two factors. The first one is the natural cycle of the property boom riding out. And the second is some significant interruptions in the calendar of 2022. So let's first talk about the property cycle. No property boom has sustained a peak growth rate for more than 24 months. Now, at no point do I consider a house will be unable to sell this year, nor is there any suggestion amongst property commentators that prices are going to drop. Most predictions follow a 5 to 10% gain for the year nationally. But when we look at the Newcastle Lake Macquarie market combined as the Hunter region last year had approximately 30% growth, even a 7% or a healthy 7% growth rate is going to reflect a softer playing field. If there isn't that premeditated fear of missing out psychology from buyers and there isn't as much competition amongst the interested parties, then it is going to be all the more important that your property sale happens when as much of the marketplace available is engaged at the same time, rather than 60% engaged and the rest of the market sitting back to observe the environment. So now to the calendar. We've got autumn school holidays covering mid-April with the Easter public holidays in the middle. This will be the first school holidays in 2 years with very little restrictions, and I imagine there will be many families looking to take advantage of this and get away during this time to have some fun and relax. And then the following month, we're going to have the federal election. Both leading up to and sometime after an election, there is always a bit of pause and observance. Last election, there was a lot more to watch from a property perspective because of the Labor Party's platform for changes to negative gearing and capital gains taxes. Nothing really seems to be on the agenda so far, but given we don't really get the truth until after the party wins, investors in particular will want to watch for a little bit for any significant policy. And when it comes to investing, no one wants to be the guy who pays $500,000 for Tom Brady's final touchdown ball in the week before he announces his comeback. Following on from that, then we also suspect there's going to be an interest rate rise sometime from August onwards. Some interesting new data recently revealed that more than 1.1 million Australian households have never experienced a cash rate rise, the last being in November 2010. So what does a rate rise do? First of all, it changes the spending capacity for more borrowers, and that's outside any further regulatory tightening. And the final piece of the puzzle, the most important, is really when you are ready. Particularly if the home or the sale is a home that you live in, you cannot rush these things if you want the best outcome. There's no point being in a great 5-week period amongst the calendar above if you rush and you don't have your home looking at its best. So if you've got a sale on your mind in 2022, let's grab a coffee and a calendar. Let's sit down and plan the right approach for you. Thanks for watching. Look forward to seeing you next time.